What's going on, people? This is your CEO, Octavian Anthony, guys, and I'm really coming to you guys today to really introduce to you a promotion that we have going on this month, and we're going to follow this promotion for the rest of the month. So I know a lot of you guys have been seeing that we've been signing up a lot of people on our websites, but here's what I want to tell every single person that comes across our page, whether you come through Instagram, whether you come through on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. As you guys know, that I'm actually streaming to all these platforms and even LinkedIn. And so, what I want to come to you and talk to you about today is that we are going to give you a website and a discount up to $500. So, you're actually paying $500 for a website, and I'm going to tell you what all comes included with the website. So, is this just a basic website that you sign up for, and then you just have a static website page set up for you, but you don't have anybody, implementing callbacks? You don't have anybody sending text messages, or you don't have anybody replying back to your customer base or your clients. This is not that type of website. All right. One of the things that is much different than any other website that's on the market, guys, is that this website is very interactive. All right. So a lot of people ask me, hey, how are you guys going to be much different than any other company that's calling me and trying to get me to sign up for a free website? The difference is that every website that we set up for you, especially on this promotional, this is going to be a Memorial Day sale. All right, we're giving you guys a website discount for Memorial Day. I know everybody's out grilling or cooking out or enjoying time with family, but this will be a great day for you guys to sign up because we're doing this promo where you're getting maybe a $5,000 value in the price of $500. So instead of charging you 5K or 10K, we're giving it to you for $500. A lot of people complain and say, you know what? I don't have a lot of money to set up a business. I don't even know where to start as far as my name for the company. I don't know where to start as far as the colors for my logos. I have no clue, right? That's what we created this discount for. All right. We're trying to bring you on in an era, guys. You know that AI is taking over uh, pretty much every industry by storm. If you have been paying attention, if you've been on social media, if you've been on TikTok, you've been on YouTube, you have been seeing that AI is taking over the world, right? It's almost to the point where you're actually not going to need a lot of employees anymore. You basically use AI to be able to interact with customers, even make phone calls for you on your back, right? This is what we do. We set up your site for $500, but not only, now let me tell you some prices that are included or what people normally charge you just to host a website, right? If you were to go to GoDaddy right now, purchase a domain name, right, and you host a website, you would actually probably roughly pay around $30 to $40 every month just to host your website, right? Here's what you're going to get with us. Not only will you get a custom built website specifically designed for your niche, you're also going to receive free hosting for the entire year. Y'all not listening to me. You're going to get free hosting for the entire year, which normally you would have to pay anywhere from $30 to $40 per month just to host your domain. And that's not even building a custom website. So you're getting a $5,000 value first off. This site is going to be worth probably 5 to 10 grand when we finish with it. You're going to be able to decide how many pages. So roughly your site should have no more than about 3 to 5 pages with enough important information. And what I always tell people is that when you build a website, it needs to tell a story, right? It needs to tell a story about who you are as a company, what you offer, and that is going to be a decision maker when a customer comes across your page if they want to do business with you or not, right? We always tell people, look, you can't just create a website and expect for clients to come to your business or know where you're at, right? One of the key goals for you to even have a website is to generate customers or generate business, right? So, in order for you to get customer flow or people coming to your website, you don't just create a website. You don't go on Wix. You don't go to Fiverr and get somebody to create your website, because when you do these things, guys, you only have a few web pages, but you don't have customer service. You don't have anybody following up with your clients. Um, you don't actually have a process that sets you up to be independent and allows you to be able to travel across the globe and work as a traveling nomad or just go anywhere you want. You always have to be in front of your computer, answering your telephone, trying to figure out, are they interested? Did anybody go to my website? Right. But with our AI guys and with our technology and our software, we are going to allow you to be able to track your customers. You'll be able to actually remotely view all of your social media platforms in one app, which is going to be an app that we're going to give you guys once you sign up through our company. Now, development phase, guys, is going to depend or determine, how much um, of an in-depth website you want. It depends on what business you're in, what niche you're in. Like if you're a barber or a salon, you don't need a lot of pages for cutting hair, right? You're just going to show people the images of your past customers. You're going to show them your styles that you do, and you're going to show you your services and your prices, right? So you're not going to need a lot of pages if you were like a barber or a salon. A few pages, just something just very bright. The colors are going to kind of pop to the customer and let them know what your features and services are. Now, let's say you might have an event space. If you have an event space, that is going to be a little bit different, right? So you're going to need more pages. You're going to probably need 11 to 12 pages um, because specifically you're going to be showing everybody, a lot of your different spaces that you're renting out. You're going to have some beautiful and bright pictures for your event space. You also want to have pricing on this website. So you don't have to go to an outer website to have people go and you have to pay a percentage, right? So the reason why you have your own website is so you control your data, right? Everybody that asks them, so, well, I started a business and, everybody's trying to tell me to get a website. I don't know if I need a website. If you are in business today, right? Whether your business is successful, whether it's not successful, if you are in business today, if you do not have a website, you are doing an injustice to your business. And the reason why I say you're doing an injustice to your business, even if you're doing well, I mean, you could be bringing in 100 customers a month, 200 customers a month. But imagine if you could double the work that you're doing now, right? If you got 100 customers, what if you could double it to 200? What if you can actually bring customers in by the boatloads, right? Based upon the marketing you do on social media through Instagram, through Facebook, through TikTok. We recommend that you have a website that everyone can not only just visit, but also sign up for your services and your programs and your products, right? Because that's the main thing you want to have. You want to have a window that someone is able to look inside and window shop, right? That's the purpose of you having a website. People sometimes, you ever go to the store and you see people looking through the window trying to figure out what they want, but they never come into the store. You have some people that will window shop, and you need to have that website, which is the window to your success. All right. It's going to be the window to your success. And so there's a few things that we would set up for you guys. And I'm going to give you those examples. First of all, guys, you're going to need to create a domain, right? So the first step in business that you guys are going to implement is finding a domain name, right? And when I say find a domain name, guys, I mean, whether it's your name, whether it's a specific outfit that you want to sell, or if you want to create a brand, whatever that is specific, whatever that brand is that you want to create, you need to come up with a brand, a name and a logo, and we produce this for you, right? Next, you come up with a color scheme, right? You're the only one that's going to know your color scheme, whether you like whites or reds or yellows or greens. You're going to find a color scheme that you want to put in your advertising or your logo or your brand. Once you come up with that, guys, we created that in a couple of days. We implement that to your website with all the schematic colors that you're looking for, something that's going to be very appealing. And once we get that set up for you guys, then we put all your information, right? Here's one of the things that people really don't know too much about when they're setting up websites. A lot of people think when you set up a website, you go and create it. Once you create it, they think customers are going to organically come to their website and purchase from them, right? But if anybody knows, guys, there's billions of people in this world, and there's hundreds of millions of websites sprawl throughout Google. What is going to make your website stand out versus 100 million other website owners on the World Wide Web? What things are you doing to attract those specific customers that are only interested in the niche that you're selling, right? So if you're selling socks, are you going to be promoting to every single person in the world if you're selling socks? Or are you going to be just promoting to a specific niche of people? Or are you going to be selling baseball socks? You're going to be selling football socks, right? Who are you going to target? This is one of the key things, guys, in marketing. And one of the key things is when you're building your website, some of those questions needs to be answered before you even decide to create a web page or website, right? This is what we guide you through. People thinking just set up a website, you're going to be successful. I'm going to be a millionaire. A lot of people think that way, right? Without having to put any work into it. Oh, I can get somebody to create me a website. I can sit back and make millions. It's never going to happen, right? You can sit here for 30 years and you can have a million websites. And if you don't put any work into it yourself, guys, you're not going to be successful. It's just so like anything in life, right? If you don't put work into it, if you don't dedicate yourself to whatever you are wanting to do in life, it's not going to be successful. Listen, there's going to be many times, guys, that you're going to do something and you're not going to succeed. You're actually going to fail. You're going to fail multiple times, right? But does that mean because you tried it 20 times and you failed 20 times at the 21st time, you won't succeed? You have to keep moving. You have to keep going, right? I'm setting it up where everybody that has access to a computer or Wi Fi, you're able to join in and get a website for $500 with a 5K value. Now, Mr. Anthony, you're saying this website is $500 and that's all I have to pay, just a one time fee? So let me tell you, 500 bucks is what you pay, but this is what you get. You're going to see a huge value, guys, as soon as you sign up, as soon as we start implementing your site. One of the things that I always recommend too is you need a communication tool that is kind of like a buffer or middleman between you and your clients, right? Because you don't want to be speaking directly to clients, especially if you're in an industry where you have to interact with the client 24/7, or uh, very closely when you're actually, let's say if you're a barber, right? And if you're a barber, you have to work on people's hair. You have to cut their hair. So you don't have physical time to be picking up a telephone and answering a question for someone calling you for an appointment. But if we put a middle point or we put a buffer where we had someone answering those questions for you while you were still able to finish your job of cutting someone's hair, and now you have a buffer. So if someone calls you, it's okay. You can still continue to cut your hair, right? Because you have this website that we created for you guys. And now you're able to get your website to respond to that client. It calls you while you're cutting the hair of your client. How sweet can you get on that, guys? Right? So you're still dealing with your customers, and most people that are in business do not have time to answer the telephone. I don't care how many people tell you, "Oh, I get so much business." And the number one question that I ask people, I understand you have a business, but how do you deal with your customers? How do you talk to your customers on a daily basis? Oh, I just answer my cell phone. What? Do you know how many times I have called businesses from Google, and when I contacted them, it went straight to voicemail? And what did I do? When you get a business and it goes straight to voicemail, you go to the next business until someone answers the phone. So can you imagine how many business owners are answering their calls by cell phone and missing tons of business? Listen, if you're taking phone calls on a cell phone, do you know that these calls drop all the time? Sometimes when I call people, my phone doesn't even ring. It was, oh, I didn't get a ring. They would pick up the phone to call somebody out, to call someone else. And then when they pick up the phone, I'm there. Hello? Hello? Oh God, my phone didn't even ring. Sometimes your phone doesn't even ring. What are you going to do about those customers who call you on your cell phone and your phone doesn't pick up? That's a customer that you lost, right? Especially someone like myself, as soon as I get money in my hand, it burns my fingers. You know what I mean? It really burns my fingers. As soon as I get money, I got to go spend it. I got to go give it to someone. So imagine if you're running a barbershop and I'm calling you, I'm new in town. I just travel here out of town and I don't have a clue of where to go to get a haircut. But I go to Google and Google tells me that you are 1 mile away from me, or you are like 20 seconds away from me, or 2 minutes away from me. I pick up my phone and I call you one time, no answer. Call you a second time, right? Nobody answers. What is that going to do for me? That is really going to tell me immediately that I do not want to do business with this company. I don't want to do business with them. I'm going to just go down the line. I'm going to call the next company in Google. And if somebody answers the phone, I'm going to go get my haircut there. That is how every business operates, guys. If you don't answer that first phone call, we're moving on to the next, right? So this is what we do for you, right? We don't just create a website, we create a way for customers to be able to reach you, and you're still able to conduct business on a daily basis without being bothered. So here's how it works, right? So you're at work, you're cutting someone's hair, the phone rings, but you're not able to answer it. What happens is that call will go directly to voicemail. And then as soon as it goes to voicemail, when that client hangs up, they get a text and say, "Hey, I was a little bit busy. I just missed your call. How can I help you?" Right. And then that customer starts speaking to the actual tool that we put on your website. And they say, "Hey, I was just trying to see if you guys could cut my hair. I wanted to know you guys' appointments and schedules where you're available." And then automatically we train one of our AI bots to respond back to that customer and say, "Yes, we are available. These are the times that you can pick to come and get your hair cut today." Right. And then you have time slots. The bot will choose the time slot. You have a booked appointment. And in the meantime, you never had to pick up the phone. You never had to stop the job you were doing, and because you were working on a celebrity's haircut. So you never had to stop on the job of what you were doing. You got paid a great tip from your celebrity client because you're able to focus. And now you have an appointment set up for 3 p.m. because the AI set up that appointment. Do you know how potential? Do you know how potentially your business, how much your business is able to grow just based off that one tool that I add to you guys' website? Do you even know the potential that you have in a business? Do you guys know how expensive it is to just come up with an idea, put it on paper, get it produced, shipped, and placed on your product? Do you know how detailed that is for you to do this when you're doing a business? This is what we teach you. This is what you get from having a website with Kemp Sourcing, right? And we're doing this directly sponsored. Kemp Sourcing is sponsoring this video, but we will create it with Horizon. You guys can see here on this side. Let's see, can't see it because it's kind of a virtual screen here, but Horizon Advertising Agency, guys. This is the company that we are creating all of your projects through, which this is sponsored by my other company, Kemp Sourcing. And so we're giving you the playbook for you to be successful and be able to travel the world. Guys, here's my goal. This is my goal. I only want to just travel the world. That's it. I want to travel the world, live debt free, and live happily ever after. I don't know who else might have that same goal or that same mindset, guys. But I always tell people my mentality is the mentality of a billionaire. And if you have that mentality, guys, you have no other choice but to be successful. And here's what I want to know. I only want to know how many people want to become successful. How many people can truly say that they're ready and they're willing to become a self independent business owner that's able to travel around the world and be able to live their life how it's supposed to be lived? If that's you, then this website is for you. If that's you, then you being independent and owning your own, it's you guys, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Starting a business is not for everyone. Some people tell you, it's very easy to do a business. Anybody can do it. You should just do it, right? No, it's not true. Everybody is not cut out to be an entrepreneur. I don't care what you guys have heard, how many videos you have watched. Some people are created to be employees. This video is actually not for you, right? If you're an employee, this video is not for you. This video is for people who want to become a CEO, an entrepreneur. This is the purpose we tell you to have a website. Listen, you cannot be successful without a website, guys. You can do business, right? You can definitely do business and you can still do a little business, but you'll never be successful. I'm gonna have to cut this short, guys. I actually have an appointment. I have a nutrition appointment to kind of lose some weight. So I'm gonna jump off this call, and I'll probably come back later on in the evening after I get off this nutrition call. But let you know these calls are real. They're not pre-recorded. They're live. But again, I'll come back in maybe about an hour or so after I get off this nutrition call, and we'll talk a little bit more in detail of what this site is going to promote and do for you guys. All right. So I'll see you guys in about an hour. Look forward to speaking with you guys again. Peace.